The Curragh we go. Miss Florentine is 4-1. Prince of Peace is 13-2. Both shortened up. Got the Moves is 15-2. Loy Demaval is 9s, as is Chimeric, and it's 11s, and Bigger the Rest. So an apprentice handicap to finish off the Curragh. Miss Florentine is at the top of the betting, 11-2, 4-1. Here's Gary.
Thank you very much, Tom. Yes, last of the runners just arriving down at the start, a mile for our concluding event, and Miss Florentine for Ross O'Sullivan, whose horses have been in great form of late, bidding to post another winner for the stable. She's been a model of consistency. She's won twice in recent starts, and it was obviously a mixed day for Ross yesterday. Theatre World looked all over the winner, I thought, when he crashed out at the last in the big handicap chase down at Listowel and took out the unfortunate Tune the Cello, and Jordan Gainford, happily all involved, were able to walk away. But Fran, you got back amongst the winners when you were up at Dundalk last night with good old Universal Focus. Can you see this being another one?
Yeah, I think she's a big chance, Miss Florentine, Gary. Universal Focus, nice winner for us last night. Really likeable, fun 8-year-old for the team. Miss Florentine, the flip side of this, of course, only a 4-year-old now, very likely race and very progressive in all her races. A little bit unlucky not to run up at somewhat of a sequence midway through the season. Gary got beaten, second twice at Fairyhouse and at Bellistown, should I say, and seemed to really enjoy the extra furlong going around the bend at Punchestown most recently, winning by half a length. £6 rise for that. Crucially, she's still in the lower grade, although this is a 70 handicap. A mark of 63, I think, is still exploitable. Robert Weirty has created a good impression since beginning riding, and a mile up here, given the way in which the race has been looking, there's been plenty of pace on today, and it's been suiting closers. I think will suit her style of racing well.
Prince of Peace is a very interesting one here in the first-time visor. There's been money for this. Isn't this the yard that just won the bumper down at Listowel, Fran?
Didn't miss that, yes.
I think it is. Going for an across-the-car double, that would be a notable one, would it not?
It would indeed, and look, former Johnny Murtagh trained horse second at Killarney in May, only beaten a half a length by Emphatic Answer off mark of 71, runs off 70 here, and no show on stable debut, but yeah, timing is everything, Gary, and is it a coincidence or is it just a well-executed plan?
Well, very, very prominent in the betting, Prince of Peace at 6-1. I wonder, are there a few across-the-car doubles running on?
The maiden last year, of course, behind Bear Stories worked out well anyway. Bear Story, of course, winning last night.
OK, loading, as you can see, is continuing. Who else would make the shortlist here, Fran?
Eli Demerval is going to get a mention. Look, he gets it hard to win, but a mile up here would suit him well. He'd be finishing late and fast, and Lady Lenora, Jamie Powell back on ride back aboard after winning on this one for Dermot. Well, 2 starts go. Didn't shape too badly at Gorham Park up in the weights last time, Gary. Was trapped out wide enough on the track, where at Gorham Park last week it was all about getting down the rail from a low draw, and stall 11 definitely was a disadvantage then.
Last one goes forward then. Chimeric for our concluding event, the Bord na Móna Recycling Apprentice Handicap.
That off, they break away over a mile. One that dwelt at the start was the 11-runner Massaman. In the 8th race, the Bord na Móna Recycling Apprentice Handicap. And it's Miss Florentine handy with the blue and orange jacket on the inside of Prince of Peace, with moving up to them Keen Kyle. The grey is Lady Leonora with Eloy Damerval. Rare Flower, and on the outside is Legal Thriller. Racing the end of the first 2 furlongs, Lady Leonora picks it up from Eloy Damerval, and then Prince of Peace, Keen Kyle. Got the Moves is moved up, and then Miss Florentine and Scream and Legal Thriller and Rare Flower. Pulsating is on the outside of Supreme Machine, couple of lengths to Tyrion's Dream and Time to Burden. They're followed by Stellar Spirit and Chimeric Television. Lovely Sheila and Massaman at the rear of the field. Coming inside the halfway stage in the Bord na Móna Recycling Apprentice Handicap, and it's Eloy Damerval and Nikita Kane. Couple of lengths in front, passing the chains from Lady Leonora and Jamie Powell. Making ground on the inside, albeit pushed along to do so, is Miss Florentine and Robert Weirty. And the Prince of Peace makes ground for Daniel King in the centre. Got the Moves is on the outside. Siobhan Rutledge racing to the final furlong 1.5, and it's Miss Florentine who's gone for home, opens up a lead over Prince of Peace. Lady Leonora Supreme Machine is building up ahead of steam, and also Stellar Spirit. It's Miss Florentine in the lead from Prince of Peace, Supreme Machine, Stellar Spirit on the outside, but it's Miss Florentine in the lead, is holding it out from Stellar Spirit, and Supreme Machine. Behind them was Prince of Peace. Miss Florentine, a little diamond for us O'Sullivan.
Yes, isn't she just? Another win for the filly, Miss Florentine, who is atop the market at around about 4-1. Robert Weirty in the saddle. Probably found herself in front shade earlier than ideal the way the race panned out, but in the end, despite just having a good look around, Fran, I think she's good value for the victory. Honourable mentions to the second and third. Prince of Peace has run well, bidding to bring up that across the card double, but as I said, I think Miss Florentine is good value for that win.
Yeah, most definitely, Gary. It's a bit of more attrition. They went along with a good gallop, and that got a lot of horse off the bridle at the halfway point. Miss Florentine was well placed, and as you said, probably ended up in front sooner than ideal. But she did get a couple lengths on her rivals. Wandered about a little bit once hitting the front, and once straightened out, and Robert Weirty grabbed a fresh hold of her. She was actually value, as you said, for a winning margin. She's turned into a really likeable performer from a low base for trainer Ross O'Sullivan. His second winner in 24 hours on the flat at least, and third win of her career. And given the base she's starting off, she could well be another race to winner, because she's a filly that's just on the upgrade at the minute, and won't go up all that much, you would imagine, in the weights. That the connections have plenty of fun with her, whether back onto the all-weather or next year at all the festivals as a 5-year-old.
Had a very, very good year, Ross O'Sullivan, hasn't he? Both with his flat and jump horses. The stable has been going great guns for quite some time now. As I say, Stellar Spirit has run very well indeed. Supreme Machine also finishing with real purpose in the first-time visor today. Jake Cohen was on board that one. Another look at the closing stages. You can see Fran, having started off on the rail and then under a right-hand drive, she does just start to weave about a bit in front, but always giving the impression there might have been a little bit more there if something came to her.
Yeah, he just drifted off, and Robert is a young rider, and he'll learn a bit from this, and get a bit more depth with using his left hand, and but he straightened her out and grabbed a hold for late on. Eller Demerval tanked through the race, and that got the rest of the field at it quite early. Stellar Spirit finished off very well. That one is relatively unexposed, Gary, 3-year-old under Keane McRedmond, maybe a little step up and trip. That one is handicapped to win off her mark, off his mark, should I say, going forward. And of the rest of them, Supreme Machine ran a very good race, but Robert Weirty, he's an improving rider. The saddle has gone back well on her there. You can see the girths are well behind the midpoint of her underside, and it's a good job she's a breast girth on, but she's winning, and winning well again here for the second time in succession.
Turned into a great money spinner. Miss Florentine then, a popular winner of our 8th and final race here at the Curragh.
Distances in the 8th race: a half a length, ahead, 2 1/4 lengths, 1 1/4 lengths, and 2 1/2 lengths. That's a half a length, ahead, 2 1/4 lengths, 1 1/4 lengths, and 2 1/2 lengths. Time taken was 1 minute and 42.17 seconds. 1 minute and 42.17 seconds.